And welcome in. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what do you have?
Hello, guys. I'm back to normal. I'm having Tito's, some orange, some cranberry juice. Mr. Nick, tell people what you're drinking. All right, great things for the show.
I'm drinking my Stag's Leap Cabernet, a little fancy wine this time, something different, for a special occasion. Well, Liv Morgan has returned, Dom Mysterio has regained the Intercontinental title, and a mystery man helps Team Heyman win WarGames. We are recapping and reviewing WWE Survivor Series, and we're previewing Monday Night Raw on Monday, December 1st, 2025. This is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's ready for. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. All right. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in. Happy Monday, everybody. If you're new here, welcome in. Smash the old like and subscribe. If you're a regular like Lisa, you know we love having you. Welcome back in, Lisa. Or believe us? I know. We are ready, Nikki, because we are giving our reactions to WWE Survivor Series WarGames in San Diego Saturday.
Santiago. I know, we love Vaquer on the show.
Yes. So start throwing them in there. Your reactions, your big takeaways. We opened with it. We're going to get to match by match tonight, Nikki. But your overall, before we get to it, any overall thoughts?
I don't understand the hate that the show is getting. I enjoyed it. Was it the best WarGames we've had? No. And I think we need to, WarGames needs to go take a little nappy nap with the Hell in a Cell. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I liked it too. I think, coming off the heels of like what we saw, with Blood and Guts, with AEW, and just like the lack of, I guess, maybe storylines and build up towards it that may have killed a little bit.
I think there's a little lack of story.
What's up, Kat?
Hi, Kat. And it's like the law of like diminishing returns. Like we need to put this away. Like if next year's WarGames, I'm gonna be like, because it's like the same with like Punk Drew and the Hell in a Cell. Like it should be a blood feud. It should be these two factions warring or these groups, and then it has to be settled in WarGames match. It can't be like, oh, it's November. Guess we gotta shove some shit.
Like Hell in a Cell. Yeah, it should be. It should be a blood feud. Yeah. What's up, Josh?
Hello, friend.
I'm sure Josh is going live a little later. So we'll catch up with him maybe in a little bit. Yes, Lisa, we will discuss the Masked Man. Oh, God.
The Masked Man.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, Josh had a lot of fun watching it. I know Kat, not as big fan, but I disagree. We both liked it, Kat. So we'll talk later, Kat. Call-ins, you know how it rolls. You know how this show rolls.
Jokes
on yeah. We are ready and rowdy on a Monday night, so let's get to it. Nikki, we'll start with the first match. Let's get back to Saturday night. and some of the highlights from, or some of the images from women's war games. Nikki, Team Rhea survives War Games. What are your thoughts? Or are you just going to sing karaoke on that?
I love that song. Well, I think maybe start off when the match opened. No shark cages.
Mm.
I can go back and forth. I feel like it felt weird that they weren't there. And then everyone kind of did their pose on the ramp, and it's like, run, your person's getting beat up. But I think they didn't really have the space for it, because obviously they're in a baseball stadium. They're coming out of a dugout, like where the entrance was. There's no room, and then are you gonna? Yeah. They weren't gonna make it.
Hang them above the ring.
And the parachute down.
Yes. You have to climb the ladder down, like what's it called? Like a helicopter ladder. It'll be like American Ninja Warrior before you even get in the ring.
But they weren't going to blow out the ramp anymore to have room for those shark cases, because obviously they're trying to stuff as many people as they can in there.
Mm.
Like they could have made the room, but I see why they didn't. And there was also the rumor that Brock Lesnar wasn't going to stand in a cage, which I also get. But I think maybe it's a little something different. It kind of felt like the kind of like a Royal Rumble-y sort of thing, because it's like we didn't know who was going to come next, and we were like, when like, oh, who's coming out next? And usually in like the cage, you can see who's going to come out, or when Roman like blocked.
Yeah, which I like, because I didn't want to see 12 entrances in the whole night either.
Yeah, and it got to the match quicker. I know a lot of people were upset about it. I can kind of go either way. It didn't really make or break the night.
Mm.
But I thought
we said not shocked that they won. I figured. Josh made a good point. More character-driven wrestlers do great in War Games, allows them more of a theatrical moment. Yeah, I like that.
But it's just like when like EO pose, I was like, go. And I also love that Kairi Sane came out to her face pirate music.
Mm.
But I guess no.
Well, she also had this cool spot because she brought out the chain, and then she wraps the chain around EO and there was someone else in that group. I can't remember. EO, Charlotte, and
Alexa's on the other side. She's facing backing.
Yeah. So this was a cool, like, because you were talking at the end. You're like, what spots? There wasn't really many move or weapon driven spot moves, and I thought this was one of those spots.
That's the thing. Again, I said this more watching. I don't want to necessarily compare it to the women's Blood and Guts match, because I don't want to. Again, we support all the things, all the shit, all the things. I did prefer the Blood and Guts match, but I think it's because the first one we saw for that company. When this one, we've seen this a couple times, and then I don't understand why like some people came out with weapons. Like I would definitely, I'm going into a War Games match. Like, where's your kendo stick? Bring your baseball.
The first person. So I look back. The first person I think that came out with a weapon was Becky.
Yeah, Becky came out with kendo stick. She, and she proposed like.
And then, or was Becky before EO? Because EO had a trash can. So EO did come out with a trash can.
Or she came out with the lid. But then she posed with the lid.
Yeah,
but then like I just feel like everyone should come out.
Because then Rhea came out. Someone else came out with the rest of the can. Was it Rhea?
What? Yes. So Rhea came out with the two trash cans, the regular one that you're showing, and then the special EO one. Yeah. Then she had a bag of kendo sticks that no one used.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising. Yeah.
And I know it definitely looked like a plastic chain, but at least it was something different.
Yeah, especially because EO, like I didn't like. I don't know, with her with the whole pirate gimmick, you never know what she would have done. Pirate, yeah, sorry. You just never know what could have came out. So like it was a nice twist on it because we haven't seen many people using chains in War Games. So I kind of like that.
Yeah. So again, something different.
Lisa says she loves Rhea.
Yeah, her ode to.
Oh, it also came out. I think today she's going to be in. Oh my God.
Is she in the next Terrorizer?
Yes, Terror. Some Lisa's going to Lisa's all about
she
this
was
stuff.
Art the Clown.
Terrorizer or something.
Are you done?
Terrorizing.
Yes,
She's terrorizing.
Terrorizing movie.
She's going to be terrorizing. The reverse documentary of Triple H.
But
Terrifying. Yes.
Yeah. But also it's like she had that mask last year because her nose was messed up. But it's like people need to start stuffing her in the face. But she did look great as she always does.
But yeah, and then ultimately, and when you talk about both, if you compare both matches, like, because I thought, and we'll talk about this a little bit more later on with the men's match, but with men's WarGames, Logan Paul, I expected to do some crazy spot, and he didn't do any crazy spot. But the one crazy spot we could count on,
that's pretty huge.
Io in the trash can off the top of the cage, and she does, instead of doing her over the moonsault, she does a senton, which I think, to me, this spot is even nuttier than doing a backflip to some extent. I don't know. It seems like, because backflip, you're only maybe doing half a rotation, where this, you seem like, I don't know, it seems very much more dangerous. You could land more on your neck. It seems more dangerous to me than doing a backflip. And just gravity, I don't know. So to me, every PLE, Nikki and I, we get our big Nick energy moment for the PLE. This is going to be my big Nick energy moment. Io Sky's senton off the top of the cage. But yeah, Nikki.
It's like she's the Kofi sort of the women's division. Like he always had that special thing to do at the Royal Rumble, and she's gonna do something with the trash can at WarGames.
Yeah.
Everyone has to have their shtick.
Yeah.
But I did love, again, it's just the goofiness, and I'm here for goofy wrestling. When she did climb the thing, and then AJ was like, "You're Ben."
Oh yeah.
And she jumped, and then Rhea's like, "I got you." I don't know. It made me get going.
And Kat, I know, I get you feel like it's not. It's a new take on it. It's a new iteration of the move. Like, she's not jumping off of it all the time. She's doing different. Like, it was the first time she did it with the trash can, my knowledge, last year. So for her to do it this way,
that's kind of her thing. She did it with the trash can. She's been the only woman that has been in every single WarGames because she was in the one in NXT.
Yeah.
So again, it's her Kofi spot.
Exactly. Different strokes for different folks.
You know, Kofi was going to do something different. I put Kofi and different together, making new words up. Always did something different. Like, you knew it was going to do a thing, and it was different every year. And towards the end, it stopped working. So I think that's when kind of stopped doing it. But
yeah,
I did like the spot where Rhea had Kyrie in the prison lock, and then Io put the trash can on her, and then she did her running thing. I like that spot.
Yeah, I think that's here.
Yeah, and she was putting her in the bed. Yeah,
it was a neat. Like, again, I thought, and this is what I always love about women's matches: the creativity. It's almost out of necessity. Like, necessity is the mother of invention. Like, that whole thing, like springboards and all that stuff. Like, women's wrestling does so much better, I feel like, in a lot of ways at that. And this is just another example of that to me. I really liked it. But again,
it's the match. It was what it was. I didn't think it was the best women's WarGame match. Did I think it was terrible? No.
So the one question I will ask in this match, who did look strongest?
Let me see. Also, the thing with like,
because you do have Lash Legend in the match.
We didn't even talk about Lash Legend. It's kind of sort of her debut.
Yeah.
I think I did like the spot where Charlotte pushes Rhea out the way, so it's like saving her, and they're like frenzies. And then Lash Legend gets the miss, so it kind of like nullifies her for a little bit. But again, she came in and took everybody out, and I just think that the problem is when they bring the kids from NXT, they don't necessarily show what they did in NXT. And again, it's like just everyone thinks, I can only watch so much wrestling in a week. So if you only watch Raw or only watch the PLEs, you don't know jack shit about Lash Legend. And I feel like they haven't done, besides like she's a big girl and she's friends with Nia. Again, I think she with like, putting her with Alexa Bliss is great because obviously Alexa Bliss is, her little 5 feet of fury, and great like ragdolling her around.
Yeah, no, I think she looked as strong as she possibly could, and then the way that they eliminated her with the mist, I really liked. She has a lot of potential. Like the ceiling for her is super strong. So to me, they presented her as one of the strongest in that match. I'm trying to think of who else really came off as dominant in the match.
I would say Io also.
Yeah, her, Io, and probably Rhea.
Yeah.
If I'm looking back on it, but yeah, it's just again.
Also, Lash Legend is in trouble with Trick Williams because she wore her engagement ring in the ring.
Oh god.
Ring in a ring.
Yeah.
You would murder me. I can't even wear it on a boat on our cruise. I can't wear my rings. And she fucking wrestled in a match.
Yeah. So I don't know. To me, yeah, I guess it seems like Lash is the one that everyone kind of is consensus on. Let's see. I ran it up the poll. 33% gave it a B. 67% gave this match a D.
Yes, Lisa. I had mentioned that when Legend debuted a couple weeks ago, when she came over the barricade and grabbed Alexa. It's definitely China Terry Reynolds vibes.
Yes. Interesting. Touche. Well done. But yeah, ultimately, we do see the faces come out on top. And which I expected, but a nice way to open the PLA.
Yeah, it's gonna further the storyline between obviously Becky and AJ, and I think Becky's gonna fight Jessica Carr at one point. I think this spoilers, Jessica Carr is a masked wrestler on ball. And then obviously you're gonna have, and then I think with Asuka missing Lash, and that's gonna be a tag match feud. Everyone I think was pissed off that Charlotte didn't turn on Alexa. She was wearing gear inspired by a 7-year-old with brain cancer. Like,
you're not taking it.
She's not.
But then again, they broke up the Shield the night Roman had.
No.
Didn't Dean Ambrose turn?
It was after.
It
was not the same night. You're getting
the same night?
No.
I think it was the same night.
It was not. They all cried on the top of the stage when he had to believe that.
No.
It was after that, and then he was upset that they used Roman Reigns. He didn't want to do it, but Vince made him. We're not going down this rabbit hole.
We move on.
Anyway, we move on to another match that kind of was polarizing. I enjoyed this.
This was the match, Nikki.
I know.
Well, let's get back. If you missed it, let's get back to some highlights because Liv Morgan has returned, and Nikki, she's got 2 tickets to Paradise. Nikki, Dom is back on top. We're living dirty.
I love it.
As Liv Morgan returns.
I know, like if you were with us on Friday, I really went back and forth because I really saw this match going either way. Did not see. I really didn't see it coming. I really thought if she was going to come out. At first, I was like, well, they're not going to do it because of Cena. Is Cena's last PLE match. Boy, was I wrong. The things that happened in this match, I actually really did like. But I was like, well, I'm not going to bring her out. And then I was like, if she does come out, then she's going to cost Dom. And then this, to me, was Chef's motherfucking kiss. I was so into this. And again, I like having, I have this conversation with Ed all the time, and I was like, this is why professional wrestling is so good, because it's so different. You can have your street fights, and then you can have your silly matches like this was, and you can have your technicals, and there can be a whole big storyline, and there can be no storyline. It depends whatever your mood. I love it all. So this being silly bollocks, I was here for it.
Yeah. No, I mentioned it on the show on Friday in the preview, and I said Liv Morgan could return, and I could totally see her coming and helping Dom return. Now, when oh my God, when Roxanne and Raquel came out with him, I thought, no way, then it's definitely not happening. And especially with also the twist of like, well, first off, can we just talk about like John Cena, putting over some people?
Putting over the ladies! I fucking love it. Taking the Tejana bomb, taking up Pop Rocks. Like, I loved it. I loved it so much that he's just, this is what his whole, we could have done this for a whole year, guys, and we did it for the last couple months. And we could have had so much more of this. But, and then having...
Well, then, like, the fact that, like, again, like, then you had the Judgment Day come out, which I was not expecting because of all the stuff that went on with them. Yeah. So, like, they come out and then he blocks. Like, it's super Cena at his finest. He blocks everything.
Yeah.
You're
double AA.
Yeah. This was a consideration maybe for Big Nick Energy moment of the night, because again, the double AA, even with the two smaller guys, it's still difficult to do.
It's still, and it's like, the Super Cena. Cena's got a Super Cena. So I was here for it.
Yeah. And then ultimately he gets through the gauntlet of Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Just to hear, and you grabbed me.
I did. I was like,
the little
I
laugh.
Yeah.
Girlish laugh of Liv Morgan and the return.
Watch me.
And almost like in a very similar fashion of like how, right, Jade Cargill came back and beat the crap out of Naomi. You knew who her attacker was. Like, you were going to be like, all right, she knows he's cheating on him, cheating on her, whatever. Like, that's what they're going to do. And she slaps him, and then she jumps, and this was...
Right. Which at first, it was like, when she went to go slap him, I was like, oh, that didn't look good. And I was like, well, someone fucked up there. And then she, like, jumps into Cena's arms. I was like, oh, yeah, like, of course she's going to help Cena win. And then, just, like, John Cena, all of a sudden, again, like, her big expressive eyes just switched. And I wish you had a photo of that.
Well, so actually, what, I was reading a lot about it, is that she did the Cena to Cena, because he did the eyes with the Rock to... Did you just say that?
I just said John Cena.
Oh, wait, sorry, I missed that part.
You are not listening.
I drifted it out. But yes, the John Cena and John Cena.
She John Cena.
Cena.
John Cena. But again, she was like, oh, I hug you. And then it's happy. And then her eyes switch. And then she gets down. Well, she gets, I guess, off him, down him. And smiles. And then face change again. Low blow. And then he, of course, goes into the 619 position, gets 619. He turns from that. She hits him with the belt. Frog splash. Miraculously, Sean Patton's alive again. 1, 2, 3. Dommy 2 belts. He's got both belts. He's got his girl. I'm interested to see where this goes because, like, I know Lisa said in the chat she's ready to see what Dom did, And I guess that's why I was like, oh, no one messed up when she, like, purposely made it because John Cena's, like, behind her.
Yeah.
They made it look like she hit him, but really didn't. And I was like, I can see there.
Yeah, so it's a nice twist on it. And at least it's like I kind of with Liv smack the hell out of Dom and then walk away. But at the same time, I understand why they did what they did. They need to get the belt off Cena, whatever. Yeah, he had to put somebody over, and and Lisa agrees. Like, give him credit. 3 women get over in the same. Yeah, in the same.
I think he made everyone.
And Dom.
And
So
Dom.
four people in one night. Yes.
And then again, I think after what his shitty heel run went, and I think then he turned face. I think he got to pick what he got to do. Again, he did get that match with AJ that was super fun, and I feel like with him picking the matches at Deadline and apparently helping to pick the matches in his last PL and is Saturday Night's Main Event considered a PLE or that's just a special event? Whatever. Apparently he wants people to get like opportunities and matches. So I feel like if he didn't want I don't think he would have done like taking the Pop Rocks. Like he wasn't. I don't think he would happily do that.
Yeah.
And for him to putting kind of maybe minus Finn, but the younger kids over, like
yeah,
I really liked it.
Yeah. No, it was a nice nod, a really nice match, a really good match. We were on our heels most of the match because this ultimately
again, it's just like
was the deciding factor, Nikki.
I know.
Because for
you're Nikki 2 belt.
I know. I am now champion. Double champ. And
really, it's only the one match. I don't know, because I could have really seen it go.
4-0, still perfect.
I don't need to change a thing. I am perfect just the way I am.
That's right.
I miss Christian on TV. I hope we don't. Well, side note, I don't mean to go on an AEW thing, but do we really have to wait for Edge to come back to see Christian? I really like heel Christian on his own, or this kind of weird, like, facey in betweensies.
Yeah, I know. We shouldn't. But
every time you play that track, I'm like, underrated.
But it's interesting. Reese made he thinks it's an assist from Liv Morgan as a play.
I wouldn't be mad at either. I think that's what. There's so much intrigue of how I'm thinking, because I'm sure there's going to be some. I almost said Playhouse. Their clubhouse, backstage segments, like her coming back to the clubhouse. How are they going to be like?
Yeah.
What's she going to say to Raquel? Like, you were my girl, and you're her. Like, I want to get all of it. I'm here for all of it. Like, where did Finn? Because like Finn was so anti-Liv. He was so pro-Liv, and then they were like fighting, and then like JD was sort of in the middle. Like, obviously Carlito's gone, but like, where's JD gonna go?
Yeah.
Did somehow she turn and run off with Finn against Dom, and then somehow Finn gets the IC belt? Because like that should have been. I want that to be a feud.
Yeah,
Is
no, it
that
has to be. Yeah.
But like
it could.
But then I also said to you, I think what Steven poo-pooed it in our group chat that like, wouldn't it be crazy if Liv went after Maxine and they're both, I love my wrestling couples. They're both IC champion, and maybe that's why they hot-cutted it to Maxine real quick because they didn't want to do Becky.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice.
I would love both of them having the IC belt. I don't know. I'm here.
And I like it. It'd be a nice little nod. I'd be for it. But yeah, we'll see.
I feel like after all four match, well, maybe necessarily not the men's match, but I have feelings about that. But I feel like this match had the most, like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen on Raw after this feeling?
Yeah, like, well, Reese, I when you said that, like, the play, that's kind of what I was thinking, too, with Liv's have some wins so she could find a hand-picked champion.
And does she align with Finn, or does she go find someone new?
Yeah,
she gonna be like, this is my new man?
Yeah.
And he knows how to treat me?
Yeah, it'd be.
And like make out on top of him? I don't know. No, but there was terrible, but it was like Lana and was it Bobby, or was it Lana and Dolph where they like made out over Rusev? They can do that to Dom.
We could. I don't know. Yeah. Well, let's move along, Nikki, to.
Oh God, let's go, kids. This is where
Nikki,
all the
I know everyone's gonna go nuts. I know. Let's get it going. What are your thoughts as?
I know everyone hates Nikki. I know.
Vaquer.
The poor girl trying to make a paycheck because her ex-husband took all her money. Let the woman live. I honestly, I don't think it was bad as everyone says. I get that there's certain spots. There's always certain spots. I actually like this match better than Becky, Nikki. I think this sort of flowed better. I think Nikki's a better heel. Yeah. But like, I don't know. Everyone got the.
I think heels work better too for someone who's naturally less gifted in the ring. Because if you could do more,
you can placate to the crowd. And
yeah.
You can yell and
do the high flying.
Or when she
the flippy doos, Josh.
When she teased that she was going to do the devil's kiss, and then the boos that got, and then again everyone loved the come up and
booty rocking everywhere. That's gonna be a drop at some point.
I love that song. They got on the the announce table and then in the ring. It's just like it did what it had to do. I think it's again. I think Cole said it's like another notch in her belt. I know everyone doesn't equate the same thing, but Nikki is a Hall of Famer, and
There's the bougie rocket everywhere.
Also, Nikki did have neck surgery because of wrestling, so I don't know if she's trying to protect herself there too. I know it's not great. I know she's not great. She is a Hall of Famer, and I think that is a notch on Stephanie's belt that they can say she beat a Hall of Famer. I know that doesn't mean jack shit. I know everyone hates her. Again, Mom was working like rent is due tomorrow.
Vaquer needs to name this move. This doesn't have a name.
Yeah, they said the
corkscrew. Yeah, it's awesome though. I love it so much more. I mean, the SVB.
I don't like the name either.
I don't like that much, but I don't like how she does it as like a backbreaker. It seems because then Jericho did an underarm backbreaker that was just like a setup move.
Well, she's not Roddy Strong,
and
the only ones that should be doing back.
But to me, this is an awesome move. She needs to name it, and if she's gonna make that her finisher, yeah. But it does give her another credible victory, right? And because now she's beaten Tiffy, she's beaten Nikki, and she's beaten Io to get the belt, which I guess. So Tiffy and Nikki now as champion in a 2-month span, 2.5 month span. So not bad so far. I'd like to see, because I think she's carrying it till Mania.
Oh, for sure.
I 100% believe that that's the case. So I just think it was a nice. Now the question is, does this go any longer? Oh, Jackson's up. Our dog Jackson, who's our #1 fan, usually sit in front row for the show. He decided to take a nap.
He's passed out on the couch. He's really getting old manish, guys.
But I mean, to me, do you think he keeps going? I don't know.
No, I think we can move on to something else. Again, the rumor is that Bree's coming back, so then you could just slot her. Women's tag, Jesus, Nick, words, into the tag division. And I think we need, I think Stephanie has to have a filler feud from now to Rumble, because I think whoever.
Spiral Tap, he said. Reset. Yeah, I mean, it's a good. Then she should name it though. She could name it like, I don't know.
If she's using it to win matches, I feel like it needs a name.
Yeah.
All right, come on, Pickle.
He's coming.
He's so
one
old.
step at a time.
Baby. There we go. Our boxer is 11, and he's my little old man, and he can't do the stairs anymore. Come on, get to your couch. Go on.
Yeah, Jackson.
Sorry, guys. He usually comes down, but he's not. I don't know. I feel like he's not working good the past 2 weeks. Yeah, I know. I know. Okay. I know. He's a big Nikki Bella fan.
He is. He's a very big Nikki Bella fan, isn't he?
I know. We got to support her next. Again. That Dancing with the Star guy took all her money. Let her get her paycheck. But I hope this should be done. You need to get another feud for her, and then I think whoever wins the Rumble, if we're saying it's Liv, I think that who goes after Stephanie.
All right, Nikki, let's get to the main event.
Lisa, I will. He misses Aunt Lisa.
Yes.
Sit down.
So let's get to the main event, where there's a lot of mystery surrounding the ending, where Team Heyman survives WarGames. Nikki, Team Heyman wins WarGames. What are your thoughts?
What are they renamed both teams? Is it like Team Heyman? Was it Team Division? Was it Team Brock Lesnar? Team Cody Rhodes? Team Roman? Team CM Punk? Like, I feel like there was definitely a jockey for position, and apparently there was a report that came out that there was a kerfuffle about on the men's face side of who and what order they would be coming out.
Yeah.
I think Roman was coming out last. That was a given. I thought it was. I said to you, I think it's either
Roman Brock last. Yeah.
Yeah, Roman Brock last for sure. I thought maybe Jay would come out first so we can get his dumb entrance.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking.
I was so happy about that.
And then he like pumped the cage for 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm ready for him to turn face so we can turn heel so we can stop doing this. It was fun at first, and now I'm over it. I'm over it. So over it. But so I don't know. But I did like, I think having Bronson Reed and CM Punk start off with great.
Braun Breaker.
Did I say Bronson Reed?
Yeah, I put Bronson Reed up on the screen, but it is to throw you off.
I know, the Bronze. Breaker and Punk starting, I liked. Again, people were like, oh, wouldn't it be great to see everyone in a shark cage and how they would interact with each other? But I also think it kind of takes away from the match if you're constantly cutting away to see what Brock Lesnar's doing in a shark cage. So,
Yeah. Well, he didn't even want to get into the cage. He waited, which it was weird because you're like, he gets out of the cage and you were like, everyone was like, does he realize the rules? Is he gonna do something
immediately
stupid?
Michael Cole was like, oh, WarGames hasn't started yet, so he can leave the cage. Like, he's being smart here. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, and then you figured, all right, this is gonna be some sort of worked angle. But yeah. Then more of the destruction seemed to begin once like Lesnar got involved. I mean, it picked up once I feel like Bronson Reed got into the match a little bit because he hits all the tsunamis and
he came in. What did he brought in the 2 chairs? I think he brought in the 2 chairs and then came in and like tsunami'd everybody. And I love his little. I'm glad he didn't do it off the cage again. That's how he got injured last year, so I'm glad he just went off the top rope, even though it's still dangerous. Glad he wasn't falling from such great heights. But it's the same thing. Like, why do some people come out? I don't know. I kind of feel like if this is you're going to war, I think everyone should come in with a weapon.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And then Jimmy brought in the Slim Jim. Jim brought in the gym. And he brought in the Slim Jim table. I think maybe that's their. You have LA Knight and Jay and all. I mean, you should have probably had Big Jim. Big Jim is the Jim.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
But ultimately, Nikki, we get towards the carnage at the end, and it looks like there's going to be a decisive moment. But there is a mystery man who comes in and attacks CM Punk, gives him a super kick, and a curb stomp, very similar to
my man, Seth Rollins, the man's man.
Yeah. So the question is, who is the mystery man?
Well,
is it Seth Rollins?
No, it is not.
He looked a little too jacked to be Seth Rollins, to be honest.
No. Oh, I saw someone was on Facebook. I saw like someone was like comparing butts, and I was like, I'm here for this. Like, whose butt did it look like? I know we can all hold hands and say Austin Theory. Like everyone, Sean Ross Sapp and I believe Observer are all saying it's Austin Theory. And the rumor was before Seth Rollins got injured that Austin Theory would be inserted, and we were debating he would probably be in there instead of Drew.
Right.
The Dean Ambrose or something.
Yeah.
I also, but then like, what if? I know I'm like 99% sure it's Austin Theory. But let's play devil's avocado here. What happens if not? What happens because they were feeding, I know it's TNA, but TNA and WWE are like,
I like that, Josh. I mean, if it was Jericho, but like, just like kind of a random, like, he has the history with Punk, so like he doesn't necessarily need to join the Vision. I wouldn't hate it. I really wouldn't.
No. But I think also, because we didn't get the reveal, is it just, could it have technically been Austin Theory, but when the reveal comes, it's not going to be Austin Theory.
Right.
Because again, Jericho's not that quick. There's no way he's scaling up, super kicking, curve stopping, and getting out as quick. It's a youngin. It's a baby. It's one of the young kids. So is it like, friend of the show PJ Black was the bunny for how long? But like, could this be in someone just to do the spot to get in, to get it out?
But then you have to have a similar body type to the person who's going to be revealed, though. That's the thing.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, Grande American.
You can't. No, well, no, that's a different thing because that's a whole different game. Like Doink, you can do like character. Like, you do different things like that with a character like that, but like you can't. Something like this, you can't say like, you can't go and then have it be. Let me give it something big, like Mark Henry. Yeah, like Otis. Otis.
Yeah.
Otis is a better. Yeah, Otis can't be the guy because everyone's gonna know that this body type is not Otis.
Yeah, to play silly. People, the meme that was comparing butt sizes said it could be Montez Ford. Which would be crazy, and I'd be here for it. But also, I saw a thing online, and I've mentioned him before. Could it be Tony D'Angelo from NXT? Because again, we haven't seen him on a while on TV. Could you? I think he's one of those stars that you could bring up at this point, and maybe putting him with Braun Breaker and Heyman would be a great fit for him.
I would like that better than Austin Theory. I really don't like, because we've seen Austin Theory. I don't know repackaging him with the Vision is going to do anything.
True. I think the problem is I don't think, are we over Vince trying to?
No, Josh. Yes, you can. You believe Kane and Undertaker were brothers.
Also
Fair. Very, very true.
Also true. But I was a child then. I think I'm more of a thinker now. But
I also believe Big Boss Man was a real police officer, and he would put me in jail if I didn't follow the straight and narrow.
But I think, like, are we over Austin Theory being sort of like with Vince's boy, and he got him shoved down our throat? He had that terrible program with John Cena at Mania. Terrible program. Then with him and Grayson Waller, I don't know if it was KBB or not, but it seemed like Grayson Waller is not like Austin Theory when he did that interview with Chris Van Vliet. But with the will they won't they of Grayson and Austin Theory breaking up,
At least in John.
Austin Theory was kind of getting a face reaction. They was like, oh, maybe we are turning the corner.
He did Coca-Cola. Ultimate Warrior did Coke. He did do Coke. Yes, Coca-Cola in the 90s.
Allegedly.
When it was probably filled with real Coke.
Allegedly.
As well.
I just think it'd be weird to turn him heel for no reason. Like, I think if Seth was there, unless you do some vignette that, like, Seth, or when Seth comes back, like, Seth sent Austin Theory to, like, penetrate from the inside, or be his mole.
Penetrate.
Or be, like, his mole, like...
He wants to get it all to him. Penetrate.
Okay.
But yeah, it's that sentiment.
As, like, being
a spy.
As, like, a spy, a mole.
Infiltrate.
Exactly.
Not penetrate. Better acting. Oh, God.
I think we're I don't know. I just feel like Seth kind of has to be there for Austin Theory to make sense. But I think maybe like D'Angelo coming up would be, or having it somewhat different,
would be better.
But then also thinking like, if the people are like, oh, it's Seth. You said this, so I'm stealing your thing. But if it was Seth or someone like a Chris Jericho, they would immediately be like, it was me. It was me all along.
Yeah, no, it's just so much better.
So I think keeping it hidden. I think whoever this is meant to be, maybe it's not the person that actually did it.
That's true. It would be good, yeah. So we'll see. All right, Nikki. Before we open up the phone lines, you want to? I'm sorry, you want to go into Raw?
No, I was not done talking about this match because the thing was, I don't know if wasn't Meltzer. Somebody in the universe said that like the ending of WarGames was supposed to set up WrestleMania. Is it the standoff between Roman and Cody? Because I don't want to fucking see that match.
Nope.
No. Breaker pitting CM Punk?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's what it is.
But that's not what the show ended on. Because the Breaker and then he took that with the Doomsday device and he landed on his neck, and I feel like people were kind of worried, cut away. I hope he's okay. That looked nasty, but he was up doing all the things afterwards. I think Breaker's your star. When you see him ask about the women's match, I think Breaker's your star. I hope now that he was the first, I guess
he came out the strongest in this, yeah.
That's a prelude to, or a spoiler for a Royal Rumble. I know we're all saying Sammy, but what if Breaker? Or maybe it's the Elimination Chamber. He's the first one in and he's the last one out. I want Breaker to go after the belt. I think Breaker needs to have this belt. I don't want to see Cody Roman again. It's giving me Brock Roman vibes. And can we just, I want to put Hell in a Cell and WarGames, can we just put Roman Reigns away for a little bit? I know a lot of people are huge on him, but I'm yeah, he's giving me Brock vibes. Just give me.
There were so many spears in this match. We should have taken a shot every time there was a spear. We'd be hammered.
Oh, but we only saw one person that did one. So, I don't know. I hope that's just what I wanted to say because I feel like we really didn't talk about the match itself too much. But the ending, it was Cody and Roman. I'm like, no.
Because I'm just a big moments person in the match. I'm not really
baby, I'm with you. I'm done with Roman. Go to Hollywood. Go be Rock Little. I'm done with Roman Reigns. I've been done with Roman Reigns. Oh, and you did the pillar post, whatever you wanted to do with the Shield, and I said I'm firing Roman Reigns.
Well, that was ones I would have. It could have been one. Now we can't use it.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
Y'all forget.
Might be pillar pusher Park.
Oh, well, Park and Roman Reigns.
Yes.
But then why the people, not me?
All right.
Anyway, go on. I'm sorry to derail your show with my thoughts on a wrestling match.
With being a co-host.
No, you fucking listen anyway.
Unbelievable. I do listen. I drift in and out. Lisa acknowledged me. Lisa said I acknowledged it.
Oh, you are not Lisa's tribal chief.
I'm not Lisa's tribal chief.
Acknowledge me.
Hit it.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, Nikki, let's take a quick 10-second break from someone who's not an actual natural disaster.
This is WWE Hall of Famer Fred Ottman, and you're watching Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. Yeah.
All right, Nikki, let's get into our Monday Night Raw preview before we take some calls here and wrap for the evening.
Yes.
So on the card tonight, we got tag team titles. AJ Lee.
Dragon Lee looks horrifying. What do they do to that poor man?
Shit out of me. I'm scared. I'm afraid.
Like,
Well, at least he's got a belt. Push.
No,
Against the New Day.
I can't with Kofi Kingston.
You and facial hair.
Me and facial hair.
Lisa said Edge is her tribal chief.
Obviously.
Yes.
We won't
better get it
At
right.
least we won't tell John.
He already knows.
True.
But yeah, I'm not anticipating
No.
them losing the belts tonight. I think that would be kind of.
No. I think at this point, New Day.
Because you just had the Intercontinental title change hands last night, so I don't think you'd have another Raw title lose. Change hands.
If anything, this would be they'll lose it Royal Rumble. I don't see them going into Mania as champion. But I think we'll have it for a little bit. Because I think they'll drop it at Royal Rumble and then AJ will go into, because I'm pretty sure Mania is AJ's last hurrah.
He is getting ready for sentence.
But I think they'll carry it until maybe Royal Rumble. They'll drop it and then AJ will go into his final program.
Then we have your favorite spear. Spear?
Ugh.
Spear.
Yeet!
What?
Yeet!
Oh, it went so.
It's quick.
No, thank you.
Main event: Jey Uso,
Oh.
LA Knight. Who gets to the finals? I want LA Knight in the finals, just because I don't want to see Jey.
My fear is it's going to be Jey Gunter again, and then maybe Gunter chokes him out again, and then maybe Jey. Maybe this will be Jey's heel turn. I feel like we've seen Jey in LA a little bit too much at this juncture. Again, justice for LA Knight, because I feel like he should be in a better position than he is. But I don't see.
Yeah, I could see. I like the story of Jey getting to the finals, losing again, and then that finally is another thing that leads to him breaking and finally turning heel would be nice. I'd like to see that. And then finally, the other match, which it should be interesting because you have Solo Sikoa and Gunther. You have two heels, which you know how I feel. I know. But
really established Gunter.
I think this is going to be a wonky, dusty finish because I think maybe Sami Zayn gets involved because he's had that history with the bloodline.
Yes, it's very both
Yeah.
He broke this streak. Title reign, I guess.
Yeah. But I could see him get. But more recently, he's having this feud with Solo and the MFTs. Sorry, not the bloodline. So I could see him being put in that situation where, you know, him coming in and leading to this fall. I don't see it being because Solo is going to be with
Josh.
What's his name? Hikuleo Talatanga. Yes, Josh. Two heels, one bar. I do lose my mind. I don't like it. But no, I won't lose my mind because if they're in a faction together, who cares? Or they're on the same Survivor Series team, they should be in the bar together. They should just not be with any faces because they shouldn't like faces. How dare you?
But do we know if legit Gunter's back as a heel? He hasn't done a promo, right? Again, y'all correct.
No, he just had the match.
So he could be a face.
He could.
I don't think it really matters. He's gonna be a heel once he beats John Cena.
Yeah, he could be because he could just be, you know, guy who just literally ends
He's the new legend.
everybody. Yeah, and he's just such a great wrestler that everyone
I don't
appreciates
know.
him.
And Solo already beat John Cena. Unless you want to be like he beat John Cena twice.
Yeah,
but it had what?
I think he did already beat him.
Yeah, it was at one of the Saudi shows.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I feel like Solo was going to beat Penta because I think Hikuleo was supposed to get involved. Like, I don't want him. What?
No, he said Solo's the face. Look at those cheeks.
Penta.
It's the holidays. It is that time of year.
No, but I just don't think. No, again, it's Gunter.
That's true.
But like, I don't know. I agree with Reese. I think this is a very poorly put together tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like they were trying to milk it for as much publicity as possible and like get people over, but they just didn't have a good plan as to who they wanted to get over. And it's like we're gonna react to whoever gets the biggest reactions, but we didn't bring in that many to have the biggest reactions. Like I think the biggest reaction was probably Dolph Ziggler returning.
No, but you
in this tournament. Yeah. Well, that's why I thought he would get a run. Like they should have made this like 16 or more than was there? Yeah, like 16 or maybe like around a 32. Like just really make it a long.
Well, they could have made this long. Like again, I think you didn't have that shitty little heel run. Thanks for nothing, Brock. That maybe this could have been like a year.
Yeah.
Like we knew he was retiring at the end of the year. I guess we didn't necessarily know it was going to be a 17 main event at the time, but like, couldn't you have this year-long tournament?
Yeah.
To put over people or have longer matches, because then you could maybe had Solo go a little farther, maybe build or star, or LA Knight go a little farther, but then then have Gunter be this big bad that went through the whole gauntlet to beat John Cena.
Yeah. No,
I just think they really bungled Cena's last year. I will die on that.
I know you and a lot of others. I didn't think it was that bad. I know the heel turn people didn't love, but I thought it was okay. But we'll see. Let's get everyone's opinion. Nikki, it's time to open up those phone lines. Let us know what you're drinking, what you're thinking here. We are about an hour out of Monday Night Raw. But what did you think of Survivor Series, Dom Mysterio regaining the Intercontinental title. Liv Morgan returning. Men's, women's War Games. Stephanie Vaquer retaining. We'll discuss that.
Nikki Bella's got to beat her child. Let that mama get a paycheck. My hair's beating.
But Nikki, little blondie, hit the snare. All right. All right, Nikki. First up, a regular from overseas. Nikki, a storm is a coming. And it's bringing a little bit of Reese lightning.
Never gets old. What's cooking, children?
Coming out.
What you drinking? What are you thinking, fella?
Yeah. Pepsi Max. Got your stream on one monitor, got my PlayStation 5 on the other. Like I'm like fully decked out.
Love it.
Lovely money.
So what's your takeaway, Reese? Survivor Series.
I mean, if people saw my community tab, you'll see just exactly what I thought of Survivor Series. Oh, all right. I'm what I like to say. I'm a wrestling purist. Like I have like very high standards of the business, like very high, like what I want it to be. And I've seen every single Survivor Series, watched them all. That for me on Saturday. One moment.
Dramatic effect.
That for me was the worst Survivor Series I've ever watched. Like start to finish. Like, and I don't blame talent for a change. I actually blame the show structure. I feel like the structure of the show actually went against them. And I also think this is going to sound harsh. I think the crowd was appalling. Like they're happy to milk it. Oh yeah, we got 46,000 or whatever it is. Were they human beings or were they plastic? Because I'd like the only time they came alive, and I mean really came alive, was Vaquer and Bella on the announce table. And I'm sorry, but like I've seen Stephanie Vaquer wrestle properly. She's a world-class wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's just been reduced to a moment where Booker T can have a look and go, is my wife watching at home? It's a shame because when you look at it, and I put in the Bell, I don't find Nikki I've said it before, but Nikki Bell as a heel protects her lack of ability. It protects her. This should have been a freaking fight. Like this should have been like we already know in terms of overall ability.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of overall ability, Vaquer in a wrestling match wipes the floor with Nikki Bella in like 5 minutes, if that.
Mm-hmm.
But in a genuine fight, you can get 15, 20 minutes. Now, people might not hear that, but that's a fact. In 15, 20 minutes, you can get a genuine back and forth fight. And that's what this should have been. This should have been Vaquer being, well, in more ways than one, she should have been getting bullied by the more physical Nikki Bella. Hanging in there. This should have been the equivalent of Rocky versus Like I wouldn't I wouldn't say Ivan Drago. I would maybe Rocky versus Creed 2. Like the second one. The first one it's a surprise. The second time it's a slug. This should have been that equivalent. Now, when I look at it in that manner, Nikki Bella's best traits aren't displayed, which is her ability to be fair, she actually sold well for Vaquer. I will grant her, she actually sold well. But in terms of actually dishing it back, I felt like I was watching Hornswoggle. Like there was nothing there. And that's unfortunate because you look at how the show was set up, the way it was done, the over excessive camera angles, over excessive time in between matches, delaying it, really killing the crowd. That really bugged me a lot, and that took away from the show as well. And I'm like,
so Reese, there is something that there is something. Nikki and I were talking about this too, and I hope Mikey can call us in later, but because Mikey was there, and I'm curious about because like same thing with like MetLife Stadium, open air arenas. There is something to like when you're in a dome, you do get the decibels a lot louder. It is a whole different level.
Yeah, you do.
And I wonder, but the same thing. I did feel like the first couple matches, I was like, this seems so dead, and why? You have a lot of names in these matches. It seems like it should be so much more energy.
Like you said, when AJ and Asuka like squared off at each other, there was nothing, like no reaction, and it's like our ticket price is so fucking expensive. You just have the random celebrities that you show on your first floor, and then people like Mikey that are actually cheering are so fucking high up that you don't hear shit.
It says it shows how bad it is that the crowd was silent for Cena, the crowd was silent for Roman, which I'm happy with, and the crowd was silent for Lesnar, and Lesnar normally gets some sort of reaction. You got none of that, and there was no reaction for Jey Uso either. Even when they did the stupid repeat thing. That's annoying. But
Bruce, who you're not even mentioning, and really surprising, the biggest of all. Dom. I thought Dom Mysterio would have such a bigger reaction in San Diego than he had.
I was expecting it to be not the case. Like what I heard is pretty much what I expected. I expect them to be silent for the heel, and I'm actually going to praise San Diego for that. But not even any boos. Like he's he's a hometown person. But he's a heel. Like there's nothing there, and I'm like, people say you shouldn't go back to certain crowds or certain areas. If you're going to go back to San Diego, find an arena that's not actually going to be open as well, because I feel like the crowd just didn't care. Like there was nothing in it. This crowd was embarrassing. Like if you and whether you like it or not, a crowd can actually dictate as well how good a show is or isn't going to be. Like you can go in having very minimum expectations, Catherine, when it comes to women's matches. But when it comes to a genuine show, no matter what company it is, it can be as small as 50 people or as big as 60, 70,000 people, depending on where you are. A crowd will have that impact. And for a company event that's been around since 1987, this is generally one of, if not the worst Survivor Series I've ever watched because of that factor as well. And there's so much from this show that's missing. That's just, if you're going to, I'm just being too negative. I'm not. I'm being honest.
No, everyone, you're entitled to your opinion, and that's the thing. That's like you and I we chat offline too, and I was like, I get where you're coming from. I didn't love it, but I liked it to the point. Like, yeah, is it the greatest? No, by no stretch would I put this down in the greatest of all time. But I thought it was a fun show. It had its moments, but could there have been a lot more? Yeah, I thought there was a lot more that we desired. It
says a lot that when you look at the quality of show coming in, it's just how bad this show compares to, say, last year, or the first COVID, or the first one during COVID, where it was in front of nothing, basically. Like, I think that speaks volumes. Like, I get it. You want to do record crowds. You want to make money, but I always say, if you want to make your money and obviously Lisa has an offer. She'll say this. I mean, I'm writing a book myself. I'm not just going to tell her what it's about though. But if you want to, like, she'll know herself. And to be fair, like, every one of us as a content creator, we always want to get one thing when we give back to our own community, our own chat. We want to give you your money's worth. Obviously, for us, it's completely free, but we still want to give you an experience, an enjoyment, an interaction. And if you paid to go to San Diego to watch that event, be as truthfully honest as you can. Think of between 3 and 5 things that actually say, you know what, I got my money's worth. Because the only thing that I can justifiably say is Cena's no longer a champion. But even then, that doesn't make a bloody difference because it was expected. But the rest of it, where is the actual getting your money's worth? Because this is worse than WrestlePalooza, and we all hated that event. like that's your volume. That we all equally hated WrestlePalooza. And Survivor Series was worse.
That's fair.
Get your needle shots and start like getting like all like the hard shit in if you want to survive. But like that's where you're at now. Like, because Survivor Series was a substance abuse is Survivor Series. That's what I'm calling it from now on.
Yeah, it's hard because it's probably one of the most or one of the top star-studded of their top roster, and it should. But again, I'm hoping we're not having this conversation next year, and let's go back to traditional Survivor Series stuff. We cannot do another WarGames. Like, we can't.
I agree with you. I don't like the WarGames in this event. I don't like it.
No. I think them doing NXT was super cool. I feel like maybe the first one was cool, but now it's just like, again, the lack of return, the diminishing returns. Like, it's not there anymore, and I feel like we did something different.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Reese, what is your other takeaway before you give you the last shot here?
My other takeaway, in retrospect, is there's such a lack of balance in the roster in terms of ages that were on the show. That's another thing that concerns me. And even last year's event was a 5-match card. So we're just going to have 3 matches next year? Actually, I don't want to speak that.
It's still like 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah, I don't pretend.
Because there's 4,000 commercials.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You watch it on Netflix. Do you guys get the same commercials or like different, but it's probably the same time span that like we're watching some American commercial and you're watching like your commercial?
4 minutes.
Yeah.
He's watching the commercials for real American beer. Don't you dare confuse these commercials.
Yeah,
I hate them.
It was like 4 minutes. I was like, all right, well, I can go. Like, I went and like, was it take the dog out or I did something? I was like, all right, well, I know I have time. Let me go. You know, but I didn't. Does it kill the crowd or would it? You know, that there's so much time in between.
Yeah, lag. Yeah, it could be, and it's also it's like Triple H said. It's like writing a concert too. Like you have to have ebbs and a flow, and like that's why I knew Dom was winning the belt when it was a second match because I was like the faces won first, so they get you on a little bit of high, then the shocker, and then you bring them a little bit down, like and a crescendo. The idea is the crescendo at the end, and I don't know, you know, with the mystery man, if that was a big enough crescendo for everyone to be interested. Because again, to everyone's point, like whether Josh's point, like if it's Jericho, like the reveal has to be something big. Like if it was going to be a big name, you could have done it right then there at Survivor Series, and that was your big moment, like a Jericho return or whoever joining the stable. But they didn't do it. So yeah, no, Reese, you do have a good point because there's not like memory wise, other than the Dom and Liv moments, there's not really much I take away.
No, and I just don't see how you can. That's more of a realistic question. I don't see where you can improve this. Like, and I say that in an honest way because I don't think they know. Like, and that's not I'm not saying it because I don't want them to. I'm saying it because I can see it right in front of me. Like I don't see how you improve this unless you really scrap and reset. Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
Well, they might do a mass call up. You know, you never know. Like you could do an invasion, like some sort of NXT invasion angle. You could do a lot of different things to get a bunch of people up quickly. You know,
but again, what in Survivor Series again? Like I really love that was 2018,
2019, like 2018, yeah.
When they, they NXT because no one can get over from Saudi Arabia. Then Adam Cole came in, and you did it as much as Gunther got pinned in like 30 seconds in that match, but like at least that was something different. I don't want to see Raw versus SmackDown and Red versus Blue and my team versus your team, but I want to go back to
Disney captains. Yeah,
no, that's fair. Fair point.
I miss that, and I miss world title matches on Survivor Series.
Yeah, they need it too. I agree. Fair point.
So I'm hope we're not sitting here next year crying about WarGames. I think I will cry. Like we can't do this again. We can't.
So Reese, last shot before we let you go.
Just subscribe and be normal.
Fair enough.
Love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Reese. The storm came in and the storm went and passed.
All I do is
we weathered the storm.
Reese, we love you. You know this.
Always a pleasure having you. All right, Nikki, you got another regular?
Yes.
Lined up and ready?
Here for it.
4 letters, 1 word, 1 sound.
Did you guys practice that? It seemed like you did. I think it might have been an extra production meeting, maybe on a car ride home.
It's like the yeet or any of the catchphrases. You just say it enough, you get it over.
You got it over, man. You got me on it. I'm enjoying it. Great show, guys. You guys are always putting out great stuff, especially when it comes to talking about wrestling.
We're surprised having you tonight. We thought you guys would be live tonight.
Well, you see, Nick, if you were a tuner-inner, you would know that I've moved my show to Tuesdays.
It's Tuesdays. Oh, the alerts. I get the alerts half the time.
It's me and Kevin now. Grun has left the show. He's left IYH altogether. So, good for him and all his future endeavors. And,
Nick's comment about big match Dakota Kai.
I know it was. I knew it. Some people just can't handle Dakota. DK all the way.
It was too much.
I'm going to talk about a lady that I have talked ill about multiple times on your show.
Niall?
No. I said lady. I said lady. She's a rat. I'm talking about Liv Morgan. I'm talking about John Cena, actually. That's what I want to discuss. How impressive is it that, and I seen it in the comments, that John Cena, in his last PLE, lifted up 3 women. Mm-hmm. And yes, I understand everything you are saying about the crowd, Reese, but when I'm watching this, I'm watching it for me in my living room because, well, we can't afford those prices. But
you got 90% of the.
Yeah, exactly. But when I'm watching it, I'm watching it for me. And this popped me. The fact that these 3, Raquel, why does she not have a women's world title on her waist right now? Blows my mind. I love Raquel. I think she is just becoming. She's becoming something that I enjoy on my television. These 3 ladies together. Now, again, Nick, I don't mean to call you out, but if you tuned in Sunday, I agree with you, Reese, on this. This is the getting your foot in the door with Liv. Liv is about to make history, and she is about to make one of the most dominant female factions ever, and she is going to do it while destroying all the males in the Judgment Day, because who has only ever brought issues to Judgment Day? The males. They're the only ones in this group besides the bickering, the cat fight. Oh, that's going to happen. They have brought things to where Dom has lost titles, Finn, JD, and I want to touch on JD also because I know he's becoming something to watch also.
So you're gonna get, you and I have talked about like the female nation domination. So you're gonna one way or another you're gonna get your female faction that you want.
I think I am because
I really like the way this
just
is writing this
think
out.
about it. Why would you want to come and waste taking Dom out when you were one of the only pops in the whole night that was loud enough for everybody to hear? And why would you want to waste that? Why not build him up again? Make him feel like he's Daddy Dom going out there doing all the great things, and then you send him back to Daddy Ray's house crying, crawling. You send JD and Finn into a tailspin because it wasn't another men's tag team who came out and destroyed their chances. It was them, the females. It was Raquel. I would send. We need another person in this group if it's going to work. Who would you guys put if the world revolved around me and this actually panned out? Who would you guys put for that fourth?
So with Liv leading it,
yes,
it has to be someone I got a good one.
I swear to God, you say Ivy, I'm coming through this computer.
Not main roster.
You gotta go next phase.
Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
You already got
Jordan Grace is the heel.
Raquel. You already got your
Exactly. Raquel is a tag team. As much as I hate Josh is gonna hate, I don't think Raquel is a tag. She's a 4 or 5 time tag team champion. She's a tag team specialist. She works well in that setting. Her and Roxanne are the tag team. You can still build that up. You can have Jordan Grace come into that group, and when you eventually disband the group, you still have the tag team that can support Liv, who's the smaller heel and works better as a heel, and that builds up the face that's Jordan Grace.
I like where your head is at, but visually, I don't like it. Too many small people in this group.
Reese said Tatum Paxley, or Jordan. He said Jordan Grace did. Yeah.
No, I don't. No.
I need a mid-size.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of like who.
I know
NXT. Paxley probably.
Thought Fallon Henley.
I don't want to see all but turn on Chelsea Green though. I want Chelsea Green to have her faction.
What about Sol Ruka?
That would be that's a nice one. But she's very good as a face. I feel like she works really well as a face. But
that's what I thought.
What's interesting though, Josh, with your theory though, if she does build up a stable, then as you move even towards a year from today, right, Survivor Series next year, you can potentially build up. No, I'm just saying Survivor Series like a match. Doesn't really matter, but like because you want to have a team, a legitimate team, you could build up Chelsea Green. Assuming Piper Niven comes back, you can have Chelsea Green's group potentially as a foil, as a SmackDown group versus a Raw, faction.
Traditional Survivor Series. I'm there with everybody, but I real quick before we move on in the discussion, we didn't get to watch Survivor Series, guys. We watched WarGames. There was nothing Survivor Series about it. There has never been anything Survivor Series about it for the longest time. And they just throw the name up there. I'm telling you right now, the worst thing they did, and I know you all agree with me, was sign that contract and sign it over. Selling WWE to a non-wrestler. Look, Vince is a creepy dude. We can all agree on that collectively. We can get together, kumbaya. Vince is weird. Vince does disgusting things. But Vince made sure this product was for families. to be able to afford to go out there and watch. His outside the stuff, the gross, yuck, get him away from us. But when we went to the product, I mean, I remember my first event cost me $15. I took 30 with me and had an amazing time. You know, and I know times change and we have to money, the most imaginative thing on the planet, money. It somehow keeps getting more and more. You need it more and more. But we're not seeing the product that we all know and love. That's why we're having all this negativity. And I get it. There's so much shit you can pick out of this field of war games that you're going to trip balls on the mushrooms you find. But at the end of the day, the things that I'm talking about are the positives. John Cena giving the rub to 3 women who deserved it.
Yeah.
Dom putting on a clinic of how to be Dom. Brock coming in and just wrecking house like Brock does. And then for some reason, Roman and him having a Superman punch off, and then Brock still gets away with it. Like I fell back into my childhood of just watching what was being presented. I understand that the product itself has become shit, and I get that. But when comments are made like, this shows why women's wrestling is shit, like that, to me, that is like, well, then, you know what? There's a kitchen and a frying pan. Go back there then. If that's going to be your attitude.
Not my fucking watch.
Like, I mean, there is so much good women's wrestling out there. If you want women, right off the top of my head in the indies to go watch, Lindsay Snow, Mickey Knuckles, Randy, there's so many that I know in the death match. Yeah, like, there is so much good wrestling right now in the women's world that whatever this was, for whoever didn't like it, I'm sorry that you didn't like the product, but women's wrestling overall is amazing. I fucking love it. If I could go back in time and talk to teenage Josh being pissed off because they're just doing another bra and panties match, and just be like, dude, mellow out. It's going to get so good. I'm telling you. You know,
you're like the cat in that poster hanging there.
Yeah, exactly. Hang in there, kitty. You'll get there. But I at the end of the day, I'm not a big John Cena fan. Never have been. But I thought this was a really great moment that he was able to push. I mean, this is his last pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. Like, you don't get that rub anymore.
No, I agree.
And ride that friction you got, because I swear to God, if you do this Liv-led faction, you are going to catch eyes.
Josh,
this is going to be something to talk about.
Reese threw your question in the chat. So he wants to know your thoughts on Dom's reliance on Eddie's moveset. And he thinks Eddie's moves are becoming too overly reliant and becoming overused and should stop.
I could see where you're coming from, because I think that you're looking at DOMINIK as a fan. So you want him to have his own things, his own. I can see where you're at with that. Movesets, I think he can get away from and start developing more, because he's got that long, lanky body that you could do some really cool shit with. Like, picture Canyon. You remember Canyon in the fucking ring? That dude was phenomenal. I mean, say what you want about his character and how he would just diamond cut people out of nowhere. I loved his movesets. And I think Dom has that body.
Totally agree. Like, I think he's going to, and we'll see so much more from him. The only thing I will say to kind of maybe counter it to some extent is, like, there's nostalgia effect in the moves that he does. For those of us that know Eddie Guerrero and that loved Eddie Guerrero, it's seeing that, and it's the paying homage to that I think is important. And let us not forget CM Punk. He was the first to do the Macho Man elbow how many years ago, and everyone went nuts over that at the time. Like, oh, he's one of us, right? Like, oh, he's a real, like, that's how I viewed it. It was like, he's one of us. Okay. And like, so, like, to be fair, like, I think there's two sides. Like, there's the nostalgia side of it, and then there's like, yeah, are you using it? Like, if you do the move well, then great. Like, but if you do the move shitty, like, I don't want to see it.
But is there the flip side to this? You know, Josh, we love our flippy doos, but if you're a heel, you're not supposed to do all the flippiness. So is his move set limited because he's supposed to be the heel? And my character is fuck my deadbeat dad. Eddie Guerrero is my dad. I have to pay homage to my dad, my papi. Let me get it straight. But like when eventually we have that face turn, is he going to evolve that new move set?
I think he will, Nikki. And I love where your mind's at on this because it plays into what I'm saying. If Liv destroys him and has to send him back to Ray, there's going to be a big shift in Dominik's style, his movesets, just the way he is. There was a huge shift when he left Ray's side. So he's going to revert back to that. There may be a turn. There may be something out of that comes. I'm no future teller, but I think that this is a way to get, because we're probably on Ray's coming up last year. I couldn't see that man doing this stuff for very much longer. I mean, he's got to be up there in age, in his upper 40s, maybe.
Yeah, Ray's like upper
50s. So he can't be doing this that much longer.
Yeah, but he's got stem cells and 2 new knees. He's unstoppable.
Ray's not. He's basically just a robot.
Yeah, stem cells do wonders. I've heard a lot of things.
Cyborgs.
It's actually only 50. I thought he was 50.
Well, I mean, it's still pretty old in this.
He still does a lot.
He still does a lot, though. I mean, who knows what they're going to do with that? But if I was in the writers' room, that's what I'd be pitching. I think.
Well, happy birthday, right?
Reese will be at the birthday party.
Yeah, he'll be
Reese is outside with the candles and the cake.
Every hour he changes a different race mask.
Feliz cumpleaños party. I think that's how you say it in Spanish.
I have no clue. I could ask my daughters, but they're upstairs.
No, Feliz Navidad.
No, Feliz
Christmas.
Yeah. I get it. I digress, Josh.
Yeah, but that's where I'm at. I enjoyed it. I understand the flaws in what we watched, but it's not a Survivor Series. It's WarGames. That's what they've decided to go with, and I do completely agree with your open arena theory, because that takes a lot out of it. Yeah, goes right.
It takes literally the air out of the arena.
Yeah, because even you guys forgot one of the biggest pops. The smoke at the beginning when they were looking at that crowd, man, that one guy right next to that smoke, he was all about, he's like, yeah, this is amazing. It's like, dude, it's just smoke and pyro. What are you doing?
But like, I'm sure you've been to live events. Like, that pyro is loud.
Oh, it's loud and it
so
hits you
loud.
in the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like there's no like lightness to it. Like I remember as a kid, I was just like, we were by the stage and Kane came out and it was the worst. And at least you knew like towards the end, like or beginning, like he did the the crescendo music, the dee dee dee. Well, no, not the part. That part wasn't bad. It was his entrance. It was just like the that weird like organ or whatever, and then
yeah.
So like you knew it was coming. I was like, 5, 4, just go to the ring already.
The only 2 shows that have ever scared me because of pyros or the loudness of it was Pantera back in their last tour in the 90s, and God, who was the other? Falling in Reverse, when they were doing the cannons with the fire. Ooh, that stuff made me. The weirdest one I seen was live. The lead singer came out and was like,
live.
Josh,
I've seen live. He was holding a ball of energy and he told the crowd to throw it around. There was nothing there, Nick or Nikki. There was nothing there. I sat there and watched. There was nothing. These bunch of hippies. Oh, they were. I was 15, just a little high schooler, just watching all these drugged out hippies throw this imaginary ball of energy. He was catching it too. I was like, what? But Local H played before them and they were amazing.
So speaking about balls of energy, not to derail this back to a different, but we're gonna derail. So about a week or so ago, well, 2 weeks ago, because we were talking about Survivor Series WarGames.
WarGames.
I say it, you say it, Regal says it.
I heard him.
And comparatively, when we spoke a couple weeks back about Blood and Guts, AEW, you're like, it interested me. It got you interested. So Nikki and I were like, and the chat was stirred up.
But yeah, I don't think you circled back with us.
Yeah, and
we were looking forward to. I'm stealing your thunder, so stand back.
Yeah, story of my life.
Oh, bitch. That you were excited for the next Wednesday, and then you didn't circle back with us, so we were wondering what you thought coming back.
I thought the Wednesday held up. I've tuned in so far. I mean, I'm planning on tuning into AEW this week. I think they got a good set of talent right now that is captivating. Is that the one that we had the Eddie Kingston come back?
Ooh.
Or am I?
No.
We had a match, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was like after you.
Oh god, you're gonna shit on my Eddie again.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to do the timelines of oh, don't worry. I have all my things I'm going to say.
That's how we associate time
March.
Is how Nikki and I hate certain things. Is that when you talk badly about Nia Jax? Oh, now we know exactly.
Yeah, now we're on the same page.
Nia Jax, but not my Eddie.
No, I'm really happy with what AEW is doing. And if I'm going to compare, Blood and Guts was better. It was just a far superior product at the end of the day. But I mean, I'm telling you, this whole thing with Cena, Liv, Roxanne, and Raquel, this is something to watch. This is what kept me from saying that this was a B+ for me for Survivor Series. Blood and Guts was a definite A. They're getting an A from me. You know, they get an extra treat at lunch. They did fantastic on Blood and Guts, and those women in that Blood and Guts match, chef's kiss all around, because you guys are bringing what I love about wrestling to the main eyes. The main eyes are seeing it now. When women can get out there and do exactly what my old friend Cactus Jack and old drunk Terry Funk can do, I'm fucking there, man. Chainsaw Charlie the hell out of me.
I love it.
Do they put pantyhose in your head?
Sure, let's go. New. I will not wear used or old.
We'll get a
I'm a bougie bitch.
Great laugh,
Unbelievable.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's my take on Survivor Series, War Games, whatever you want to call it.
Fair enough. Josh, we're let you get out of here. Now that I know you're on Tuesdays again. I know Sundays, and I was like, Sundays I knew, and then Mondays I know that you were off back work, but now you're back on Tuesday. Let everyone know in your last shot. Find it.
All right, so Tuesday, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., you can catch me and Kevin talking about Monday Night Raw and what happened, where we're going to see tonight. We're going to talk about it. Wednesday is the Animation Conversation. That's a new show. That's where you can come in and watch adult conversations and animations with me and House. Yeah, it's a fun one. We watch Adult Swim. We watch old stuff from Nickelodeon. It's getting some wheels on this show, but that's Wednesdays at 5. Thursdays is always the ECW watch along. That is at 5 also. That's where me and House, we watch ECW and we highlight some of those wrestlers that we all love with the fire, the blood, the barbed wire, bats, all the things that you love. That is, again, ECW watch along at 5 p.m. On a Thursday. Sunday is the house party. That's at noon. It's a fun time. You'll enjoy it. Biggest thing we got going on again in March. Get your tickets for the Squared Circle Expo. There are going to be so many people out there. Go and check out their website because you can see who was in the ring like a long time ago, and now they're like talking about being in they're called Hall of Fame guys and girls. You're gonna love it. You can come out there, hang out with us. We have a table. We're going to be there both nights. It's going to be fun. And yes, Eddie Kingston will be there. And yes, $400 will get me to say all the things I've always wanted to say to the dude. Kevin Nash is on the table too. So $400 and I will make myself famous courtesy of your check.
Why was someone like, Josh, you have to tell, I'll pay, and you have to tell Eddie Kingston is the best in the history of ever. He needs to win all the belts, and Nikki from New Jersey loves you.
And try and touch his leg.
And then try to
While
like
you're doing it.
arrest him softly.
I'll do that as he's hitting me for what I said before. But I got people who really like you. Thank you.
Reese wants to know if you'll be able to make Nash's quads tear again.
That dude just standing up out of his recliner will do that. But yes, Reese, if you put in $400 in our account, we will do something to Kevin Nash.
Whatever the
Not
equivalent is.
physically. Not physically. Gotta say those. Gotta protect everybody.
But so you love him and gently caress their face.
What are you trying to get a sexual assault record on me? Jeez. I'm gonna have like restraining orders from Eddie Kingston and Kevin Nash because
It's a mix between a GoFundMe and an OnlyFans.
Just say it for me.
I'll put on a Nikki mask and be like,
All right, Josh.
"This is for my friend."
Here's what it is. Here's what it is. So you've heard of GoFundMe, and you've heard of OnlyFans,
Mhm.
and now I had the name and now I just lost it.
Ruined.
I had it. I had the idea. And you know what? As soon as we get off, I'm gonna think it. Like I'm gonna think of the idea and I'm gonna like message it. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it was.
I'll be like, man, that would have been perfect.
No, only it'll be Crazy Fans. So you have OnlyFans, and then you have GoFundMe, and just be Crazy Fans.
Crazy fans?
You can
And
do whatever you want.
I do all
Like
the things
within
I say.
limitations. It's like it might be a black market.
Freeze put only quads.
Oh, this could be fun. This could be fun.
Reese,
Reese
that's,
really-
that's a disabled website. I don't appreciate that you've taken what us disabled folks have been working for.
Dude, it's so funny because I always forget, and then like out of nowhere you throw out a joke.
I know, you know, it's funny. Sometimes I do too, and then I try and walk. I'm like, whoops.
You try to walk.
And
Don't
I
do
try
that.
and just like get out of my chair, and then I'm like,
Maybe
what?
like super glue some popsicle sticks onto the side before you try that, man. Just don't try it.
Drink will do that to you.
Yeah, I've been there too.
Reese, don't encourage. Don't encourage.
See, Reese. Oh, you got it. Only limbs. No, that's for the
Only
No, not perfect. But what's the other one? Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Amputees. That's it. Amputees.
the
We were on the
amputees,
team
yeah.
where I kept sticking
That's
to-
definitely a section in that world. Yeah, that's a whole different
We just took
discussion.
it to a whole other level.
You could come on the Saturday conspiracy show and you can have all that discussion you want, Nick.
Oh man, I have a lot of conspiracies. See,
One time.
fair enough. Josh, pleasure as always.
Sir.
He's got to catch his. Only surgeries, yes.
These are our people. Reese, Sean. I love you guys so much.
This is great.
Oh, the show.
I know. And if Steven was, all we needed was Steven in the
I
chat.
know. Steven has
the
other
three of you.
obligations on Monday night.
Yeah.
But Steven, we love you. I
Exactly.
think Josh more than all.
All right, before we get out of here, make sure you smash the old like and subscribe. Nikki, we're in holiday season. So instead of Triple H, let's let Roddy Piper take us out and let us know what Christmas is all about.
Santa Claus. In the morning, you kids, when you got up and you saw them gifts down there, it was given to you by someone that loves you a whole lot, that spend a whole lot of time outside and buying gifts and getting them in reindeers and little else, whatever you want to think, somebody that loved you a whole lot put them gifts under that tree, not some idiot.
Not some idiot.
That's very anti-Santa.
No, it's someone who loves you, put it on the tree. Not an idiot.
Yeah, I would feel like he's shitting on Santa. Letting
He is not.
girl, yeah.
Because Bobby Heenan was crapping on Santa. You got to watch it. I'm going to send you the clip. That's it. You have to send the clip. Look it up. Roddy Piper's Christmas.
Oh, and the clip.
We're going to get in the festive Spirit, hashtag Festivus.
Lord help me.
See?
I was ready before it was cool.
Oh, Josh, always a pleasure having you.
Love you, sir. That's Steven.
Oh,
Josh is like, where? Let me sign up immediately.
unbelievable. All right. Until next time, until Friday, you do not have to go home.
But you can't stay here. Goodbye.